Okay, quick recap. We've done technology science, how does it work? We've done movement science, how does the body respond? And then we've done our movement system, how do I use it? So before we let you go, there's a few things it would be remiss if we didn't share with you, because these are typically questions we get when we teach our live workshops all around the world. The first thing is it safe for everybody, or who is it safe for? Well, here's the great news. PowerPlate is one of the few fitness technologies that is a Class 2 medically certified device in the world. That's big news. That means that according to medical guidelines, this is apparently safe and effective for the majority of populations. So number one, this is a medically certified device. Number two, we've got to say, okay, but what might my contraindications be? Who can I use it for? Who can't I use it for? The truth is it's no different than regular strength conditioning guidelines. Is your client cleared for weight-bearing exercise? Yes or no? Are they cleared for strength training? Yes or no? Are they cleared for cardiovascular? Yes or no? I always ask new members and new clients, can you jump up and down? Can you lunge? Can you squat? Can you run on that treadmill? If the answer is yes, they're clear to use the PowerPlate, because this isn't inherently different from any other technology. The responses are the same, it's just quicker. If our clients can do strength, if they can do weight bearing and cardio, chances are this is cleared. Now, if they have any kind of acute condition, injury or disease, they need medical clearance. But we would need that to run on a treadmill or get a massage. So it's no different than the precautions you would take. If it's acute, they need to get clearance. If they don't have an acute concern, but they can do strength, cardio, and weight bearing, the PowerPlate's probably awesome for them. And finally, there's no proven apparent risk with pacemakers, which kind of makes sense given that it's mechanical vibration and it's actually electrical and magnetic vibration that would be a risk for pacemakers. So this is not electrical, magnetic, there's no apparent proven risks. Right, a couple of simple guidelines, especially if it's your first time using it as a coach or in your own self. Number one, you'll have seen we never stood all the way up. When I stand all the way up, or what we'd say completely lock that joint, you're going to feel vibration go all the way through the body. Is it dangerous? No. Does it feel uncomfortable? Yes. So try not to fully lock your joints, have some kind of flexion in your joints. Number two, and this is what most people forget, if I'm doing that much work that quickly, let's say 900 contractions in 30 seconds, then guess what? Your blood sugar is going to drop a lot quicker. In exercise, blood sugar drops, but this gets you there quicker. You're going to sweat, but you're going to sweat more and quicker. So when you use the PowerPlate, you want to make sure your sugar levels are up, and you want to make sure your hydration's up. Finally, try to avoid direct joint contact or bony surfaces on the PowerPlate. Again, it's not harmful, but when you're planking on your elbows or got your hands on that plate, it's not comfortable for everybody. Okay, so what are the next steps? Today, we showed you our short series of videos called Discover. Well, this is only one part at the base of our pathway, the base of our pyramid. Like we said earlier, we've been doing this for 20 years. We're globally accredited in over 100 countries, and the best in the industry trust us to upskill their coaches and trainers. So Discover is in what we call our foundational level. In our foundational level, we have the online Discover, we have the live 3-hour workshop. If you come to the live, we'll really expand the movement library and show you how to integrate more movements into your program. But we also have our online workouts, movement libraries, small group on demand. So these are things that are available to anybody, end consumer or professional, in the foundation of our education. Now you move up, you'll see on that chart, we've got what we call our professional level. This is for coaches, trainers, therapists who really want to learn how to apply this to a diversity of populations, whether it's one-on-one, group, or team-based. So there's 2 courses that we've got globally accredited. Number one is our CPPT, Certified Personal PowerPlate Trainer. And this is what we call Prepare, Perform, Recover. 8-hour workshop, 8 CECs. We also have our small group training. We know that the industry's greatest demand is to train people in groups. It's the #1 trend in the industry of the last 5 to 10 years. So we've done the hard work for you, and we've created a small group training module. And then you get to our specialized at the top of the pathway. This is where we have individual areas of excellence. Are you a performance coach? Are you into movement assessment? Are you into women's wellness? Are you into barefoot running? You'll see that our journey keeps going. So regardless of what your personal passion is, the chances are we've got certified education to map to that. Finally, I want to share with you that I just said we've done the hard work around small group, and we have. We've created an accredited small group training program. This is 4 different formats, year-long periodization, and the business model on how to integrate this, whether it's 4, 6, or 8 plate models. Because we know small group is not just about training, it's about engaging members and driving revenue. So if you want to know how to use this to engage more members in front of more coaches more often and drive more revenue, you need to look at our small group training. The 4 formats we have, we've got our Burn series, which is really our high intensity cardio series. We've got our X series, which is more of a boot camp, cross-training style. We've got our Strong, which is really mass-based traditional weight training. And then we've got our Zen series. Again, we're talking about that recovery, that mind-body connection. 4 awesome formats for you. Now, coming along with that, on that app that we told you about is our on-demand classes so that you and your members can follow along and you don't even have to remember the programs if you don't want. So if you didn't download the app at the beginning, make sure you do it now. Everything we've shared with you today, as well as everything we share with you in the rest of the educational pathway, is on that app, not to mention just daily doses on favorite movements, exercises of the week, etc., etc. And finally, after you've downloaded that app, a great way to not only connect, but continue to get information from all around the world is to join us on various social media platforms. Whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Twitter, Instagram, or LinkedIn, please find PowerPlate wherever you are in the world to not only see how we use the product, but how people like yourself, the best at the best around the world, are also sharing their experience with PowerPlate. Okay, we hope this did a few key things for you. Number 1, you learn and understand how this thing works. We hope we did that. Number 2, feel it, experience it, both that first impression for your client as well as your own prepare, perform, recover. And then finally, with our guidelines and our movement library, can you apply it tomorrow for the people that you're serving?